Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Ash coming to you for another great video. Today, I'm going to be doing a summary of one of the best books that I've ever read. It's called High Performance Habits. And this book has got some real practical meat in there. We're going to be talking about clarity, how to have better energy, and also about necessity and productivity. Anything that can help you boost the most you can out of your business to be a better performer. So I'm going to talk about the summary. So let's get into it. Here we go. Okay, we are back. Let's get started. So as I mentioned, we're going to be talking about High Performance Habits by Brendon Burchard. Now this summary, it's about 343 pages. So I'm going to break it down into 3 sets of videos. So you're going to get this. All right, let's get started. So the introduction is, what are high performance habits? The foundation of success. High performance sustains the long-term success while maintaining well-being, positive relationships. 6 key habits. These habits are backed by research and are universal application to achieving excellence. Now, number 1 chapter, seek clarity. This is important. Without clarity, it's very hard for you to focus on anything. When I've talked in some of the other videos, number 1 is defining your purpose. High performance know who they are, what they want, and why it matters. So notice 3 key points here. In other words, for example, who they are. For example, if you're a successful person, you already know that. What do they want? See, a successful person always knows what they want in life and why it matters, why they want it. Number 2 here, vision drives action. Clarity helps focus energy and meaningful goals and avoids distractions. Think about it. When you want to go from point A to point B, let's say you're traveling, if you have a clear vision of where you want to end up, you're going to be more driven. Like, think about it. There's going to be less distractions. Align values and actions. Consistency between your intention and behaviors build trust in yourself and with others. Look at this. Align values and actions. So what you believe in and you put the action towards that, guess what happens? It builds trust. Chapter 2, generate energy. Sustain vitality. High performance manage their physical, mental, and emotional energy to avoid burnout. Physical, mental, and emotional. This is important. Physical meaning you are physically active. Mentally means that you're focused. Emotional means that you talk with passion, for example, or you have emotions that move people. Cultivate positive emotions. Practices like mindful and gratitude fuel enthusiasm and resilience. Think about it. Cultivate positive emotions. How do you cultivate positive emotions? It's not like you're cultivating ground for like a seed or something. Positive emotions is that you just keep focusing on the outcome that you want in a situation. That's what a positive emotion is. Healthy habits, regular exercise, nutrition, sleep, and are all non-negotiable for peak performance. Now, we all know this, that we all need to be healthier and all that, but here's what he puts here. Non-negotiable for peak performance. So first of all, there's 2 parts to this. One is you gotta want to be at peak performance. Think of the last time you were in a situation where you felt confident. Let's say you got a raise. When you walked out of that office from your boss and you just got approved and you just got a raise that you want, or you negotiated something you wanted from your job, how did you feel? Weren't you at peak performance at that time? You can handle any kind of a situation. That's how you got to feel. And when you have that peak performance, you know you got to be more healthier. And this is what it comes down to. Raise necessity. He talks about this. It's not like necessity. You have to be raising it to a level where it's a priority now. Internal drive. Success requires a sense of obligation, whether to yourself, loved ones, or a mission. Commitment under pressure. I like this. High performance thrive under expectations, using them as fuel rather than fear. Think about this. They thrive under expectations. So in other words, when you are expected to win, you're not going to be folding down under pressure. You thrive under pressure. And how do you turn that around? You take that pressure, act as if you can't lose. You can only win. There's no other option. Public accountability. Sharing goals with others increases commitment and motivation to follow through. I love this. Now, here's a key mistake that most people make. They share goals with people that are not like-minded like they are. So you got to be sharing your goals and your commitments from people that you know that want to lift you up. right? So this is very important. It's not just to commit to others saying, hey, I'm going to do this, but you've got to be careful and not expose this too much to the people that may bring you down. So it's very important to make sure you're working with people that are like-minded, that are maybe ahead of you, that are in the same industry and that want to get you up to the next level. Number 4, chapter 4, increase productivity. Prioritize what matters. Focus on needle-moving activities that align with your long-term goals. I call this, for example, and another needle-moving activity is called IGA. I know it's not from this book, but this is from my experience. IGA stands for income generating activities. Income generating activities is what you should be spending most of your time between 9 to 5 business hours. IGA means that you are maybe, for example, contacting people for your business, or you're going out to collect your money. That's income generating activity, collections, right? You're maybe motivating your employee to do better. That's an income generating, it's a needle mover activity. And that's even better when you have a meeting, but you got to be careful when you do have your daily meetings or business meetings, you don't take your people away from the field and teach them how to sell more or how to do their job better. And it's the middle of the day. It's at 10 o'clock in the morning. I used to work in a company that used to do that. And I said, that's the peak time when a person is excited and motivated to do their job. The best times to have meetings like that is just before their first call or before they get in the door, before they actually start their day, or at the end of the day, so that you're not interfering with their maximum time of productivity. Master your time. High performers schedule their days intentionally and minimize distractions. So I'll give you an example of how to schedule your day so you get the most out of it. Put all your tough activities in the morning. For example, dealing with a tough client maybe, all right, or collecting money or something that has to be done as a priority. Do the hard stuff in the morning, because as you do the hard stuff and you start coming them, your day will become easier. And guess what? You're going to progress more. Progress over perfection. This is important. Consistent action beats procrastination and self-doubt. Consistent action. For example, you're seeing videos coming here consistently. That's called consistent action. Breathing is consistent action. Think about it. If it's on your calendar, it gets done. That's one way to get things done. Develop influence. Inspire others. Influence is built through genuine connection, trust, and vision. Look at this. Genuine connection. So you got to connect with people, trust, and vision. How do you build trust? Is you focus on what the other person wants. Think about it. If you focus on what the other party wants and you build on that and you have them manifested and focusing what it would be like for you to achieve that goal already, you are building trust. Serve first, high performance, add value, contribute to others' success, creating lasting impact. Confidence in leadership. They communicate assertively, inspire belief, encourage collaboration. Key themes and takeaways. Habits are learned. High performance is not innate. It's cultivated through deliberate practice and consistency. Here's how you get deliberate practice and consistency. You schedule it on your calendar. You schedule the fact that why you're doing this, because the why is going to move the needle for you. Every time you are feeling that it's a little bit tough to do something, for example, doing push-ups in the morning, but if you put that why, because if you don't do it, you may have a heart attack, for example, but not being healthy, for example. So if you focus on what you will lose if you don't do it and what you would gain if you do it, there's two motivating factors right there. This creates a habit. Think about it. When you know that if you don't do something that's beneficial to you, what would be the consequences? Write that down, consequences. And number 2, what would happen that if you did do it, what would be the end result of that? So you've got two motivating factors moving you through this process. Holistic success. True success balance personal and achievement with physical health, emotional resilience, and strong relationships. You know, he talks very intentional. There's a lot of gravity in this book in terms of it has weight, not just in terms of size, it's like 350 pages, but the fact of the matter, there's very specific practical knowledge you're going to be going through. Remember, this is only the first 127 pages that we just went through. So we're laying out the groundwork is clarity. We just focused on that. Let me just wrap this up and I'll go over the summary here. High performance think differently. They embrace challenges, manage stress effectively, stay focused on their goals. Now, when you hear these words, it's easy to understand what they mean, but how do you actually do them? And this is one of the things I want to tell you right now. Embrace challenges. Embracing challenges, you accept them. You're not afraid of them. For example, if you've ever been in Taekwondo or any kind of a sport where there's sparring involved, you take the other person's energy that's coming to you, that's challenging you, and you deflect it. You don't try to stand in front of it and try to say, I'm going to overcome this. You deflect it. And when you deflect it, what happens is you're using their energy to redirect to a state where it's not going to affect you. It's not going to hurt you. You manage stress effectively. Here's one way to manage stress effectively. Get more exercise. Number 2, read good information. Okay. Number 3, stay focused on listening to audios or videos like this. That's one of the ways to effectively manage stress. And the other thing I would focus on is do exercises that create a visual for you, what you would be like once your problem is solved. Live from the end, because you'll see that the stress goes away because it's done. Imagine one way to overcome stress is that imagine you walk into a theater and you walked in, there's like 12 theaters nowadays when you walked in, and you want to watch this movie, but accidentally you went into the wrong theater. Instead of number 5, you went into number 7, and they were playing a different movie, and you end up seeing the end of that movie. Okay, now even though it looked interesting, the end, the villain gets killed and the hero wins, and you say, wow, that was great. Now if you go back to watch that same movie from the beginning, there's going to be times where the hero is almost about to die. He's in big trouble. Now, you already know the end. The end is that he survives. He lives happily ever after, so there's nothing to worry about, right? So think of it this way, where you know your life eventually is going to do well. You're going to do well eventually. So you focus on that, and it becomes inevitable thinking. Inevitable thinking means that, for example, if you know the end is going to happen by you taking certain actions. For example, if you did 50 push-ups every day, you ate good food, it's inevitable that you're going to be healthy. That's just logical. It's like me letting go of this pen. It will hit the ground if I let it go. It's just not going to go in this direction or up or down. It's inevitable. That's how you got to be thinking and towards your goals. It's inevitable that you will hit your goals if you do. And change the word if to when. This is another key factor what successful people do. They don't think about if they're going to be successful. They focus on when they are going to be successful already now. So stay focused on those goals. I hope you got a lot of value out of the first 1/3 of this book. We already went through. The first 177 pages of the High Performance Habits provides comprehensive framework, achieving peak performance in every area of your life. And Brendon Burchard engages style and actions and insights, make readers eager to adopt these transformation habits immediately. So if you want to read the book, that's great, but I'm going to be going through the next middle section of the book, so stay tuned. Make sure that if you like this video, put a thumbs up, share this with people who you think could benefit, and watch this video a couple of times, because a lot of times you miss it on the first time. So having said that, make it a great day. I'll talk to you again soon.